surgery, 100% sex. Sorry.
There you go. Try that again. That's going in the bloopers.
Everybody, and welcome to Book Retorts. I'm Danielle.
I'm Sam.
And this is the podcast where one of us explains a weird piece of media to the other who has no experience with it.
That's right, Danielle. Like a brand new watch. Wind me up and then I'll tick away with new information. Lost the plot there a little bit, I'll be honest.
They're new once you wind them up.
They're new when you buy them new, you have to wind them up. They don't come pre-wound. That's silly.
Watches notoriously have new information every time you wind them up.
No, you have to wind me with new information. That's what I was going for. There we go. Got there.
Nope, you didn't.
Wind me up with new information. It's because I'm playing like the British phrase, wind me up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Look, I'm workshopping these live. What do you expect?
Nothing. My expectations are so low.
And that's why we can do this, because we have no expectations of quality.
Luckily, we're in the middle of something Sam does know.
Nope,
so
that's
this watch
absolutely
metaphor
not true.
Does not mean anything.
I guarantee you I do not know anything.
We're back. Or I'm back. We're also back. Sam's back with me. Doing I Hear Your Voice. The Korean drama I Hear Your Voice, 2013, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
I won't.
My notes are too far up to look.
You've only done how many episodes?
This is 5 or 6. It's 2013. See, I was right.
Okay, good job. We got there, everyone. We did it. We solved the mystery.
Sam, can you let our listeners know what happened last time on I Hear Your Voice?
Absolutely not.
Perfect. Love it. All right, moving on.
No, this is going to be a travesty. So long ago. And it was such a nothing episode. No offense, like nothing happened. That was really interesting. They were in the middle of the trial with Hae-san, who was accused of murdering Joon Gook, right? And that one lawyer...
Hae-sung murdered Joon Gook?
Suwa. There we go, got there. I told you this would be bad.
You did better with names last time. How have you gotten worse?
We should have had the summer break, Danielle. That really fried my brain. But maybe Hae-sung murdered him. I don't know.
Actually, surprise, she did.
That'd be great.
After all of that, after her mom telling her never to stoop to his level, etc., she murdered him.
The only thing I do remember is the basketball hooligans, and that's what matters.
They were not in that episode.
I know, so I don't remember anything about it. Who cares? They were there. No, it's okay. So there's this whole thing where Joon Gook, hit Suwa with a car. No, not Joon Gook. A farmer hit Suwa with a car for some reason, and he got a concussion. And instead of...
He was running away from Joon Gook.
Sure, whatever. Who cares? Point is, he hit by a car. Joon Gook comes over like, hey, that's my buddy. Instead of, doing anything about, taking him to a hospital or the police, why don't you just take him home? He can live with you for the rest of his life or something. Because I know that he's going to get amnesia from that bang on the head, because I somehow can predict that by looking at the way you hit him with your car.
Maybe he already had amnesia. He woke up and was like, who am I? Where am I? What's happening?
Did that happen on the show, Danielle, or not?
No, that didn't happen.
Okay, then it didn't happen. All right.
Maybe happened off scene.
All right, so that happened. The farmer, for some reason, was like, yeah, this is a trustworthy individual, and I can get a free slave out of it. I'm not sure what his plan was with Suwa.
They just seem to be living together.
Wild. Danielle, if you hit somebody on the road, a guy said, hey, make that person your roommate, would you be like, yeah, that's a good plan?
No, I would not. But you know what? I'm not in a Korean drama.
It's insane.
So you said nothing happened, but look how many insane things did happen.
That was alluded to in the... Is that the last episode or the previous episode? I've honestly forgotten.
Sam, I don't know.
Okay, great.
I've watched 16 episodes. My brain is mush.
Okay, you need me to catch up with all this. All right. So
your memory's better than mine. We've established this.
Some things, but Anyway, the trial's going on, and eventually they have this whole defense like, what if Joon Gook cut off his own hand? And they're like, oh, they finally figured that one out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember how the trial ended. I do remember that Soo-ah got acquitted somehow of the murder, I think.
Yes.
And there was like the jail buddy, whose name you didn't know and never told me.
Still don't know. Jail guy. Yeah.
Jail buddy.
We love jail guy.
Jail buddy of the lawyer, the head lawyer in the public defender's office.
Yep.
He has a whole story about how, what's her face? The rival lawyer's father, the judge, put him away from murdering his wife, who did the same, cut off her own hand and disappear with her kids because she couldn't figure out how to divorce him or something.
Yes, instead of divorce, she faked her own murder.
Yeah,
and then gave her child to the judge to adopt.
To raise for reasons that were unclear as to why the judge wanted this random woman's daughter. I guess it was already established that he was trying to adopt, and so they just shortcut that, I guess.
It's not that he wanted her daughter, it's that he got blackmailed into it, because he was the person who allowed. So he got this guy, he presided over a trial, presumably, where this man was convicted of murder. And then he learned later that the wife was like, hey, I'm going to blackmail you for doing your job correctly because I framed him. And instead of just saying, oh, okay, this explains everything, and turning her in and getting the other guy's conviction overturned, he's like, yes, I will raise this child as my own. So it's moderately explained in one of the episodes I just watched that.
Okay.
And I'm not saying
we'll get to it, Danielle. That's not part of this episode.
Nope, I'm not going to explain any of this because it didn't matter. But I'm going to tell you now.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
He did it because it was his first case as the number one judge or whatever. There was a phrase. I don't remember what the phrase was. Again, didn't write it down.
Judge in chief.
Basically he was he's the judge in chief. This was his first case. So and it was all splashed all over the news because he was an up and coming star kind of situation. And he's at the pinnacle of his career. And this was his first case. So if he did it wrong, he essentially felt like he would lose that position.
Here's the part that's crazy.
Is he supposed to be
psychic?
I agree.
Is he supposed to be saying oh, this is obviously a frame job, but he didn't figure that out, therefore a terrible judge? What?
Yes, I agree with you. However.
No, nonsense. This is almost as nonsensical as the amnesia roommate setup. There wasn't even any blackmail involved. He just thought it was a great idea.
I love this drama.
I can tell. All right. Also, at some point, the paralegal or whatever from the public defender's office is interrogating a fruit stand person to figure out who tipped them off about Soo-ah being there in the amnesia kidnapper's house.
Yes, because for reasons, he decided to tip the police off.
And the fruit stand person, being the unflappable brick wall that they are, was like, yes, the person that told me about it definitely had both their hands. Which, completely tipped him off and eventually led to them figuring out it was Joon Gook. I don't remember anything about what happened with the relationship between Soo-ah and Hae-sung because, she's like, no, go away. We have to be your own life. And he was like, I'm trying to remember who you are. And he gets his memory back. And he's like, oh, no. But he doesn't, tell her he got his memory back first. And it's a whole thing. It's that's the part that didn't interest me. I'm more about the crazy murder shenanigans. Sorry.
I know. And so it ended, because you're basically at the end. It ended with him finally revealing that he got his memory back.
After playing dumb for so long.
That's where we left off.
What other big important plot points did I miss, Danielle?
I don't know. We'll get to them as we go.
Okay, great.
that felt like it hit a lot of the main stuff that's happening in this episode. This is not, I'm so sorry, this is not a Joon Gook heavy series of episodes. I'm pretty sure he's featured heavily in the last two episodes, so the next one that we do will, which is the finale.
How do we talk for 90 minutes about something I summarized in 4 seconds if that's all that happened?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know.
Great. We're like magicians. We turn nothing into long-winded diatribes.
That's the whole podcast.
Spinning gold out of this straw of a story.
That's our skill. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't say my name or I'll stamp my feet so hard I disappear.
You said I talk a lot, so.
Yes, Danielle. I guess that helps.
Are you ready? Are you ready for these lovely
episodes? I need something to latch onto that is plot relevant, so let's go.
Sure, there's plot.
Oh, that's not convincing.
So we open this episode up with Hae-sung reacting poorly to the news that he can read her thoughts again, and therefore
poorly or appropriately?
I mean, I don't know. You're with somebody who you know can read thoughts, so you have to assume that at some point that's going to happen again. She probably wouldn't have cared, except that, lately she's developed feelings for him, and so
which is
she
not great. I don't like that.
Well, then you shouldn't watch Korean dramas.
And Danielle, I don't.
It's fine. They're both of legal age. They're adults.
Oh, that's all that matters. There's nothing else that matters in a relationship. As long as they're both on the dot, the clock struck midnight, you're legal. Let's make everything okay.
He's 20 or something.
A high schooler who's 20. Wow, how long was he held
He's
back?
out of high school. He's in college. He's doing GED stuff. He's because he had lost that year to his amnesia. So that was a
I forgot about the lost year where he was in the amnesia kidnapper's home, right?
Yeah,
of course.
He's a full adult now.
I mean, mentally, he's probably regressed quite a bit
She's
from the amnesia and
older
concussions.
Than him, to be fair.
All right. Well, you say that, but whatever. She's 5 years old.
I'm just trying to validate this slightly creepy love story.
Great. So let's see you contort yourself further.
So she storms out of the room, and Sua has a flashback to his terrible uncle. You might remember he was raised by his uncle as a child.
And then
briefly.
he ran away and lived on his own ever since.
After his father passed away, got murdered. So his terrible uncle was being
assassinated, please.
He was assassinated by a guy who is trying to
definitely
find
a government assassin. The psychic children assassin program.
But we do get into that a little bit. You'll like that part.
I will like that part, I'm sure.
No, you
won't. Made promises before.
And I was wrong. So the terrible uncle is absolutely thrilled that he has his nephew. So this is a flashback to before he left him, I assume. He has his nephew in his care because he's getting all this money that was left behind by the dad. So he's getting insurance money and work money and I don't know, whatever kind of money they have in their account.
Sure.
And baby Sua is telling him, there's he's reading his mind. And he's there's plenty more because there's money coming from work as well. And the uncle is very weirded out by the fact that he can apparently read his mind.
Again, valid.
Yeah. And he starts thinking that this kid is a monster and then runs off and locks himself in his bedroom as baby Sua keeps yelling for him to come back, paralleling the scene with Hae-sung where she also runs away from him.
Very different context.
Yes, but it's supposed to be paralleling, Sam.
Okay, well, yay for literary devices.
So you hear his voiceover, and it's saying that he doesn't hold it against his uncle because reading thoughts is kind of monstrous, and it's a normal reaction, and nobody would be okay with it. This poor kid, it's not his fault.
No, but look, Danielle, I understand it's not his fault, but if someone's reading my mind, I will feel very violated. That is not for others to consume. Maybe there are species out there in the universe that all share consciousness or can all read minds and they are very open and they have a peaceful, harmonious world. And we would be so lucky to be those people. But we are humans, we are trash, and we like our privacy.
That's fair. But his uncle's still really mean to him regardless.
That's not okay. Again, humans and trash. What part of that was not clear?
All of it was clear, Sam.
Yay.
So back with Kwon Woo, he's been beaten up. That's what we forgot in the summary is, remember, he sees Joon Gook outside of the old apartment and he stops and he's like, hey, what are you doing here? They get into a fist fight.
There's a 2x4 or a fence post thing coming into play.
Exactly. So he's all beaten up. He seems to have a broken arm and the cops are asking him why Joon Gook had it out for him. And Kwon Woo explains that he wanted to tell him something, that Joon Gook said he wanted to tell him something.
Wait. Are the police not concerned that the hitherto thought murdered Joon Gook has resurfaced?
I think they already knew that.
Did they? Okay, maybe I missed that part in my retelling.
I feel like I have to go back in my notes.
Oh, no. Because these are the idiot cops.
Yeah, he's alive.
Oh, okay.
Don't they see him on a CCTV or something?
Is that how he got acquitted at the trial? We're really bad at this.
Remember, they get the phone calls. Remember, they have all those phone calls that they keep getting, and then they end up tracking the
to like a phone booth or whatever,
and they get
CCTV. Oh, they get the camera footage of the phone booth because everyone puts a camera on the phone booth.
The one CCTV that he didn't break before
I remember
his magic body.
He didn't do he forgot one time to unplug a camera and it screwed him as you would expect.
Well, this is like an ongoing thing. Apparently, he was really good with CCTVs in the previous episodes, and in all the episodes from the last one on, he's terrible at CCTVs. He suddenly forgot maybe he has amnesia.
I was gonna say maybe the amnesia Suwa got like infected him and stole part of his CCTV knowledge.
I don't know.
Psychically, of course.
He is suddenly spotted on quite a few CCTVs.
As you do.
So we get a flashback, and Joon Gook assures Kwon-woo that he doesn't plan to kill him because he was the only person on his side. As you remember, he was his lawyer.
The lawyer represented him. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kwon-woo insists that he isn't anymore, and he's obviously gone over to the other side. And Joon Gook says it doesn't really matter. He just wants someone to know the full story.
I thought he got beaten up by Joon Gook. Oh, okay.
This is when they're having this fight.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought he was talking with the police still.
No. Well, he was talking to the police, but then it's like flashback to when this happened.
Okay, got it. Missed that.
So
Sorry.
It's okay. He just wants Kwon-woo to know the full story, and we don't get to hear that story yet, so too bad.
Oh, that's right. Didn't he say that Suwa's father killed his wife?
Yes.
And
which we will get into more in this episode.
I assume this was government assassins all the way down.
Yeah, it was with his cunning tongue or something, right?
Right, yes, his cunning tongue. We both thought that was hilarious because we're children.
Still funny. It comes up in these episodes.
Yeah, bring back the tongue.
So Kwon-woo insists to the police that he believes Joon Gook will go all the way to the end, quote unquote, and the cops are like, what end?
The end of the line.
And he explains, obviously, it means killing Hae-sung and Suwa, which he originally said he didn't want to kill Suwa, so I'm still really confused as to why he's going after the kid. Remember, he was like, you were the one that put me in jail.
But also, Suwa's father didn't murder his wife.
Suwa's father did murder his wife, supposedly.
Hae-sung's father didn't get them mixed up again. Who cares?
Yeah, but Hae-sung, he's mad at Hae-sung because Hae-sung put him in jail. That's
so
he never
wanted to kill Suwa this whole time.
That's what he said originally to Suwa. Okay. But now he's been after
I never
him.
believed that for a second.
Well, maybe because of the whole thing with the cut up hand and everything. I don't know. It's just very confusing to me that he suddenly wants to kill Suwa when previously he insisted he did not.
Okay, sure, whatever. I don't this guy's crazy. He's amnesia kidnap suggester. Who knows?
Anyways, the next morning, Suwa is outside of Hae-sung's bedroom door. He's doing this impassioned speech, and he promises that he won't look her in the eye, and he'll leave after Joon Gook is no longer a threat if she wants him to, etc., etc. Basically, please come out of your room, let's at least get through this Joon Gook thing together, and I will be a perfect angel, I promise.
Okay.
So she seems to agree because she eventually comes out, eats breakfast, and they walk to work together, and he's actively avoiding, walking with her or looking her in the face. And this goes on for quite a while, so just know that this is a several-minute scene, but she eventually stops him and makes him look at her and says, hey, I like you. I like you as a little brother, a friend, and as a man.
Those are very different things. Oh, this reminds me of, Jen, and you're going to hate this. This reminds me of Raul and Ania's relationship.
Yeah, where you're going to say that.
Yeah, where he sees her as a little sister and a daughter and a lover, and this feels very similar to that, which is why I don't like it.
I put that quote in there just for you.
Oh, you knew that was going to trigger my Hyperion flashbacks. It's gross. It's very gross. You can't be a little brother and a man to somebody. Those are different things. Please make them different things.
Why did you put it in your script? You had choices. You could have not done that, but they did. So he looks pretty shook, and she continues saying that even though that's all true, his ability makes her nervous, and she's afraid she's going to start hating him for it. But besides that, there are other reasons it may not work out as well, so she's trying to get over her feelings. But she still likes him a lot. So she's decided that, I guess until she gets over her feelings, she wants to just live their lives together and not think that there might be an end, and just try and basically give it a try. Give the relationship a try.
So she's now she's on board with dating him.
Yes.
No, wild. You're my little brother boyfriend. Let's go. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't know if this show does the best job of convincing us that they're meant to be together in a relationship, but it doesn't feel overly wrong. Has it done
anything like that?
Yeah, I've skipped so many scenes, Sam, because you don't want to hear about them, and they're not that
You're
interesting.
right, I don't.
But rest assured that, they seem like they get along well, and they're kind of cute together.
Sure. Let's go with it.
So he's absolutely thrilled, obviously, because he's been gunning for this since he was 10 years old. And he picks her up and he kisses her and then rushes off to, I don't know, wherever he goes during the day. It's unclear.
Sure. He goes to hang out in a library and pretend to do his GED.
Yes, and she's like, oh no, what did I just do? Anyway, over at the jail, the elder lawyer is chatting with the jail dude, who, as we might recall, has a brain tumor.
Oh, nope, forgot about that.
He's got a brain tumor.
That's right, that's why he got out of jail. They got him out of jail early for cancer reasons.
Right, and you may remember that he ended up seeing what he assumes is his dead wife at the hospital.
At the hospital, yeah.
Okay. And then tried to murder her again.
Legitimately, you can't convict me twice.
So they're talking about his upcoming attempted murder for real this time case, and the lawyer explains that they're looking for his daughter to verify DNA.
Sure, and the daughter is, I forgot her name. Do Yeon, that's it.
Yeah, but the elder lawyer does not know that, and you may remember because the wife has no fingerprints.
Yeah, somehow she burnt her fingerprints off.
Working in kitchens? Sure.
Yeah, nonsense.
And the guy is like, I don't want to be acquitted. I just want an apology for my 26 years in jail. That's all I really want.
Can't you have both? Why not both?
Why not both? Meanwhile, Do Yeon is all up in arms because her father's blocking her from being a prosecutor on the jail guy's case, and she doesn't know why. There's a lot of back and forth in these episodes.
Yep.
And then back at the courthouse, Seong hits up apparently the only judge in the circuit who's that one guy judge that occasionally pops up in these episodes.
Sure, that one guy judge.
Yeah, the one guy judge. And
sure,
she's like, hey,
judge.
Hypothetically, if you had sent Soo-ah to jail for murdering Joon Gook, but then Joon Gook turned up, would you tell the court that you were wrong? Would you mention that?
Yeah.
And he's like, obviously. And she's like, right? But what if you didn't? Then what would happen to the judge who knew that he was wrong, that this had all happened, but he didn't tell anyone? And the judge is like, nothing would happen. There'd be moral criticism, but there's no legal recourse.
What?
What?
What? That's a fraud on the court.
He knew. He didn't say anything. How is there couldn't the guy in jail sue?
Yeah. Yeah. What? This fictional, I desperately hope, fictional Korean justice system is by far the most dystopian thing we've experienced so far in our entire episode, this entire podcast. It's crazy.
Yeah. Remember when I sent you a text message I don't know, over the weekend, and I showed you my
just
note that just
what
said, and what?
Yeah.
This was it.
Okay. Understood. Understood. Crazy. Nonsense.
I'm glad you had the same reaction, because I was real angry about it.
Legitimately, this is absolute, I don't know what to say. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard so far this episode, and that is saying a lot for these episodes.
Oh, gosh. Haesung's also angry about it, so that made me feel better. She also thought there should be something they could do.
I would hope, yeah.
And then she's kind of contemplating what they should do, and her current logic is that maybe they shouldn't bring Do Yeon forward as the tying piece of evidence, since nothing would happen to the judge anyway, and it would only hurt Do Yeon, which I feel again, what? Because it's saving a man's life that's in jail. It sucks to be Do Yeon, I guess, but that's one person's, parentage versus somebody who's rotting in jail.
So, remind me, Soo-ah read the mind of the judge, so he knows all this, right?
Yes, that's how she found out originally.
Yeah, got it. Okay, just making sure I remembered how everything happened.
Yeah.
No, these people are their moral compasses are so bizarre to me. What they think is when the prosecutor and the defense lawyer conspired against their clients, they're that's okay. But telling the truth to free an innocent man, that's a problem.
Absolutely not. Couldn't do that.
No, 100%.
So Hae-sung is just eating, and Soo-ah shows up to hang out with her on her lunch. And the cops also show up to let them know about Gwon-woo being hurt and having his arm broken. And they let her know that they're finally adding a stakeout/detail to the two of them to try and catch Joon Gook, which I feel like should have happened a really long time ago.
First thing you do? Maybe put a watch on the people he's trying to murder? I don't know. I'm not a cop.
Yeah, it feels like now that Kwon-woo has been attacked and he was an ex-cop, that they finally are taking it seriously. That is my thought.
That's depressingly believable. That's the only part of this show that's been believable.
Not mentioned in the episode, but I feel like they didn't care about this girl and this kid until then, but they do now.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And I guess Gwon-woo didn't make public defender. You might remember he was interviewing again for the position that he quit.
Okay.
So he didn't make it. He came in second place, and so he's still doing...
Who else was applying? There's only two persons. Is it back to Soo-ah or Hae-sung
No, there
again?
was a handful of people who were applying for the job. And there is a guy who I think I might talk about who takes the position.
You think?
We'll get there, maybe.
Okay,
I can't remember. I wrote these notes many days ago, Sam.
Okay.
Yes, there's another guy, a random guy who has the position currently. So they immediately head over to Gwon-woo to make sure he's doing okay, and through Soo-ah's listening powers, he realizes that Gwon-woo knows something about his dad being involved, that Joon Gook clearly told him something about it. Do Yeon, meanwhile, has managed to somehow talk herself into the second prosecutor position on the case, which...
What?
What?
What? So she's what? Okay, what?
She's going to be on the jail guy's case, aka her father, and her dad has specifically said not to let her on. And I don't know who let her on it, because you think her dad would have final say, being like this big time, and judge.
Also, do the judges get to dictate who represents people or prosecutes people?
I think that they're obviously some behind the scenes stuff going on here. I don't know that they're just assigned or whatever.
Yeah, I got that. I'm just dubious as to his ability to keep her off the case legitimately.
Yeah, apparently he did that in one of the previous cases. Remember, he had her off of it. Mm-hmm. She was mad. I don't know. Anyway, she somehow talked herself onto it. And after work, Soo-ah swings by Kwon-woo's office and asks him what Joon Gook told him. And initially, he's kind of resistant, but Soo-ah uses his superpowers to prompt his thoughts, as he does with everybody. And we hear Kwon-woo asking himself if Soo-ah knows the extent to which his father was involved in Joon Gook's wife's death.
Well, the wife worked at the psychic child program and tried to stop him from rescuing me from their psychic child program, and so she had to be taken down.
Yes. I mean, I'm going to be honest. We're going to get into this a lot these couple episodes, and you tell me at the end what you think happened, because...
I think I know what happened, and I've told you many times. Psychic child program for the government.
I think nothing that happens is going to convince you otherwise during these couple episodes. It could be. It still could be.
Because I was right the first time.
We don't get a clear answer quite yet, so I assume that's coming in the finale.
I believe it.
Kwon-woo asks him how much he knows, and he's like, I know everything. I don't know if that's true. I don't think he does. But he said he was told a year ago at the fish hatchery, and he wonders if he'll have to convince Kwon-woo not to tell Hae-sung all of the stuff that he knows. Kwon-woo comes over to him and takes off his glasses, which appear to have no lenses in them, because the camera makes this very weird choice to linger on them, which I loved.
Is he like, these are my psychic protection glasses. As long as I wear them, he can't read my mind.
He doesn't know that Soo-ah can read minds.
Oh, that's right. Maybe he's like Clark Kent. I'll put him on.
Yeah, he just wears them for style points. I don't know. I rewound it and watched it again because I was like, I don't think there's lenses in there. And the camera specifically zooms in on the glasses on the table. What a choice. It was, I don't know.
That is really funny.
It was very funny. Kwon-woo asks him if he's told Hae-sung yet about all of that. And when he says no, to his surprise, Kwon-woo tells him not to tell her that she won't treat him any differently, but she won't want to know. And some truths are better left unknown. And ultimately, Joon Gook started all of this, not his father, so it's basically a wash.
He started by trying to track down the man who saved the kid for the psychic program.
Yes. I'm glad you have a whole headcanon.
Look, Danielle, something that makes sense.
The only thing. There could not be a single other thing that makes sense except psychic children recruitment program.
Think of one more.
Oh, I can think of something that makes sense because I know how this ends.
Okay, well, I don't buy it.
I don't know if it makes sense, but I'm willing to believe that your psychic children program is a thing.
Okay, well, that's right, because it is.
It is. Back at home, Haesung is trying to work out whether to tell Do Yeon about her parentage. Siwa, kind of reflecting on Gwanwoo's words, tells her not to mention it, that it'll help everyone not to. Which, no, it doesn't help everyone, you guys. It helps one person. It helps Do Yeon. It really bothers me.
It helps Do Yeon and her father, I guess, get away with it.
It's really annoying. She argues
100%.
with him that he's always told her to tell the truth, and that answer seems very off-brand for him. And he's like, I don't know, I don't think you should tell her. Like, don't I tell ya? So she does meet the lawyer who takes over the position for in the defense attorney's office. His name is Lawyer
Lawyer
Which,
okay.
Yep. Which, I don't know if he's important at this point when I wrote my notes, so I wrote about him, and I will tell you this little story. Hang on.
I like little stories.
Okay, so I wrote my notes, and basically I wrote that he gives over a bunch of receipts for all this legwork that he's done on this case. He's the brand new lawyer. He's taken over this position. So he's doing like 128 depositions or something insane. I don't remember the exact number. So he's been doing all this legwork on this case he's working on, and they tell him that nothing's reimbursable. Not a single receipt that he's trying to turn in is reimbursable. Also, they tell him that the staff has to pay for the paralegal/assistant's salary, and they also pay for the office and like all the things in the office. Like, they say it like, yep, that's what we do here at the defense lawyer. It's what we do. And the guy's like, what are you talking about? That leaves me basically no salary. And they're like, yep, that's just how it works. And I don't know, is that true? Why would they have to pay for the assistant's salary? Why are they paying for their office? They're in a courthouse. They're like given to
There's a public defender, right?
Yes!
They're being hired by the government, and they have to pay the government. Like, this is like like nonsense corporate town stuff. We have to like pay your corporate overlord the rent, and only can spend the company's script in the company's store. This is nonsense.
Yeah, nothing's reimbursable. They have to pay their own assistant fees and their own office space. And what is happening? Is that real? Do we have any Koreans? Is that a thing? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's like the craziest thing. That's pure slave. That's like a pure what's the word? Exploitation. There it is.
Yeah, it's a thing. I was shocked. That's why I wrote it down. And the guy's livid that he's not being reimbursed, and all this money that he gets paid, his monthly salary just basically goes out the door. And he gets really angry and he leaves and he quits. And that's fair.
Yeah. If you did a page which would say, we're going to pay you, $100,000, make it up a number, what does it matter, $100,000 to be a lawyer. But you got to spend $80,000 of that back to us to hire your own assistant and pay for your office. I'd be like, what am I going to live on? I'm out.
Yep, and all the other ones just like, yeah, that's just what we do. And nobody seems to care. They all think he's like way overreacting to the news. I think he's underreacting to the news.
I think the rest of them are like brainwashed. This is dystopia, Danielle. Dystopia.
It's a real problem. He came in from like outside the dystopia, and now he's realizing.
Yeah, he's like when they go to the planet in Wrinkle in Time, everyone's like bouncing the balls and sinking. They're like creeped out by it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, he quits, and Gwanwoo's back, baby.
Who could have seen that coming? Why do they do that? Why do they go through this weird, like, tangent where they hired a guy briefly just to let him go and just
Okay, one of the things, not all Korean dramas do it, some of the older ones do, is they have these weird little, and this one does it actually quite a lot. I usually skip over the scenes, but this one is particularly odd. They have little, like, mini stories, like 2-minute stories where weird things like this are happening, and you're like, why do we care? And then it's done. It's over. It's just like a little comedy routine in the middle of the episode.
Like a skit in the middle of the episode?
Yeah, like this is obviously supposed to be kind of funny and like a little like, oh, comedy break while serious stuff's happening. And then the guy's just gone. And maybe he's a cameo. Maybe he was a famous dude. I don't know. They do it all the time, like especially older Korean dramas.
Okay, well, I've learned something today.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I didn't describe the whole scene because it really doesn't matter, but basically, to sum up, Gwanwoo says some nice words that indirectly convince Haesung that she should tell Do Yeon that she's Jail's guy's daughter. So now she's gone to the other side. She's decided she is going to tell Do Yeon, which is good. That's what she should do. Why not
tell the guy himself?
Tell the guy in jail?
Yeah, let him know who his daughter is, so they can know that.
Well, the point is they have to convince Do Yeon to do like a DNA test and all of that. So what's really the point?
They get a subpoena if they have the guy in the jail say, "Oh, this is part of my case."
Yeah, but they have to. The reason why they know Do Yeon is, I don't think they can get a subpoena, because I think the reason they know Do Yeon is Herb is because he read minds. So what are they going to use for proof? They have no proof that Do Yeon's his daughter.
I suppose, but they could just say, "I saw a file" or something. Anyway, point is, I think that is not the first person they should go to, but that's me.
Well, they're just trying to convince her, because it doesn't matter. The point is that telling the jail guy is not going to do anything. He can't do anything from jail.
Well, the lawyer. We'll tell his lawyer friend.
Yeah, they're going to tell the elder lawyer. He's part of the case.
Right, they're part of the... Okay, anyway.
We're getting there.
All right, fine. Okay, so I got ahead of it, I guess.
So she decides she's going to talk, I don't know for reasons, she decides she's going to talk to the judge first, the evil judge, Do Yeon's father. So she approaches him at his business, and I thought he was still like a judge and an author, or maybe a retired judge is kind of what I thought, but apparently he's a CEO of some company now.
What?
What kind of company? I don't know. I can't read Korean, and maybe there was a sign on the door that I couldn't read, but it was unclear in the subtitles what he's CEO of.
So generic evil businessman now?
Yeah. I guess he took his law career and moved to CEO of evil business corporations. I
know that if I ever made to big time famous judge, I would give all that up to become CEO of something.
I don't know. It was a mystery to me as well. I was like, what's happening? And also, should she talk to this guy? She's like the lawyer on the case. He might be called as a witness. Now she's talking. I don't know. It just seemed like a bad idea.
Yeah.
But in a relatively satisfying encounter, she does low-key threaten him and then use his words from when they met up when she was a kid, when she was a teenager.
From their confrontation?
Yes, from their confrontation in the hospital after the eye incident, when Do Yeon, almost loses her eye. And he's basically telling her, like, I'm waiting on you to admit your mistake, reflect on it, apologize, and maybe I'll, let it go, essentially.
I don't remember what he said, but who cares?
You get a whole flashback in the scene because she's paralleling all of she's saying the exact same words back to him.
Yeah, because they can't let you figure that out. They have to show you.
Yes, which, still was satisfying, though, because screw this guy. He's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid. Get it in there, Do Yeon. Get in there, Seong. Make it happen.
So he refuses to admit anything, saying he has nothing to apologize for, and she's like, well, cool, see you in court, but also just FYI, the police are monitoring me 24/7 right now, so don't try anything too crazy. And she, like, nods over at the police cars that are sitting on the side of the road watching.
Ooh, take that, murderer?
Kind of, maybe. I guess if that guy dies in jail, he's a murderer.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a difference between a guy dying in jail and, I don't know, stabbing a woman in the street, but that's just me.
Maybe he's done that too, I don't know.
It's true, it is in his profile.
Seong heads over to speak to Do Yeon, letting her know that they found the daughter, and they are about to do the DNA test. And Do Yeon's like, why are you telling me all this? You're the defense attorney, I'm the prosecutor. Seems like maybe we shouldn't be talking about this. You can use it as evidence.
Oh, now you figured out that you're on different sides. I will not let that go.
That's fair. And Seong explains that Do Yeon is the daughter. And she's like, no, I'm not. Don't know what you're talking about. And then apparently slaps her off screen, which I thought was kind of sad. Love to see that.
Aww. Aren't like half the reason people watch these are for the slaps, like in soap operas?
Yes. We do get one later, if it makes you feel any better.
No, it doesn't. But I'll take it.
We cut to two police who are on the stakeout. Apparently, they're the only two police on the stakeout ever because they're complaining about how tired they are and how they've been awake for days. And they don't have, like, other people who can be monitoring security I don't know, something. Like, why is it just the two same cops over and over for days and days? That feels like really bad stakeout.
That doesn't seem good. Also, these guys are idiots, so double bad.
Yeah, they're not the same two stupid cops that we normally see. There's like two new cops. I don't know why they added two new cops. Like, maybe the other two guys had to go be in another show. I don't know. Like, we don't.
Or maybe
see
they got fired for being too stupid as cops. You can only hope.
You see them like kind of in the background occasionally, but you do not see them as like the main people. It's very odd. And then we cut to Joon Gook hiding in an alleyway.
Joon Gook, attorney at law.
Kind of. He's at a desk. He's maybe in an abandoned building.
Alleyway?
It might be Okay, originally I thought it was an alleyway, and then the more I looked at it, I thought it maybe was an abandoned building that just kind of has a stone brickwork thing.
I'm going with alley desk. Alley desk.
That was my original thought. I was like, that can't be true. So what else could it be?
Alley desk.
So he's sitting in an alleyway, and he's at a table putting letters into envelopes with very dramatic music. And he has a new mustache, which I love for him.
Yeah, well, gotta look dapper with your one-arm mustache, man.
And then we're back over to Do Yeon having second thoughts about her dad and wondering if it's all true. So she goes to her dad.
Just do the DNA test. Figure it out.
Don't worry, she probably will. So she goes to her dad and is like, so Seong showed up and she told me this crazy funny thing that I'm actually jail dude's daughter and she wants me to do a DNA test.
And she says jail dude because that's how everyone talks to about him.
And her dad is like, what? He's very surprised, which is crazy because Seong literally just told him like moments before.
Is this guy a judge or a moron?
And he asks her if she did the DNA test, and Do Yeon is like, I thought you might tell me that was listed like a crazy story. That was an insane thing to say. That feels like the normal response, not like, did you do the DNA test?
Yeah, no, he totally gave it up right there. Not a good poker face.
So she leaves, and she's all like, oh, that feels very mysterious, and I think I might have to do the DNA test now.
Not that mysterious. I'll be honest. It's pretty obvious.
Back with Seong and Sua, they're discussing how to get Do Yeon to do the DNA test, and as they leave their apartment, they check their mail, and Sua grabs the mail from the box and opens the mystery envelope, undoubtedly from Joon Gook, who we just saw stuffing envelopes, and he sees a copy of an article with a picture from a surgery on it, and highlighted is the name of a reporter who assumedly wrote the article.
Okay.
He's almost caught by Seong reading it, but kind of plays it off. But later, when she's at her own office, the assistant is passing out mail, and she and Gwanwoo both get their own copy of the same letter. This time, the subtitles enlighten us, and the headline says, Heart surgery's 100% success rate is a myth. Dun dun dun!
Wait. Has heart surgery ever had a 100% success rate?
I don't know. Also,
isn't it one of the more risky procedures? Like, I'm not saying surgeons don't do amazing work and medical science has advanced tremendously, but like a heart transplant, any organ transplant has tremendous risk of it being rejected, of it not going well, of people bleeding out on the table. Like, there's a risky procedure.
Maybe they have a brand new heart surgery, or did whenever this article was written, and maybe it went awry. Sam, I don't know. I don't know anything more.
I prefer to think of it that there was a brand new heart surgery. They did like 2 of them and they both worked. So like, okay, 100% success rate. Then number 3, like, oh no, the third one didn't work. Our whole house of cards has come tumbling down. Like, too small a sample size.
I could read Korean. I could tell you what the rest of the article said, but I can't. So here we are.
Cool. Love it.
So Seong thinks it's a misdelivery, but Gwanwoo realizes obviously immediately what it is, and he kind of secretively scoops it up, and he passes the envelope off to the police.
Wait. Oh no. Did Sua's father kill the mother with the heart surgery? Or kill the wife of Joon Gook with the heart surgery?
I'm not going to tell you anything. Well, you will find out as I found out, Sam, because I could not remember how this went either. You can have the same arc that I had mentally.
Sure. Either way, I'm already upset.
That was one of your first guesses in one of the first episodes. Was
like, it was a doctor who like operated her and killed her by accident.
Yeah. So maybe it's true, Sam. You'll find out.
Okay. My psychic child one better. I'm sticking with it.
It's totally fair. It's a way better theory. So he passes off the envelope to the police to see if they can investigate the stamp on it or whatever. See if they can figure out where it came from.
See if they can get DNA from who licked the stamp.
He knows that it comes from Joon Gook. Do Yeon seeks out Seong for more details about the DNA test, and she tells her the story about not just the DNA test, but everything. And she tells her the story about how she got adopted and what her father knew and what he did. And then she slaps Seong again, but this time we get to see it. Because she's angry, and Seong's there, and she doesn't like Seong.
Okay, if I was Seong, I'd slap her back.
Well, it looks like it's about to get into a fight, but Sua pops his head in because he's like right outside the door, and he breaks it up, which unfortunate.
Cat fight!
And then he realizes, through mind reading, that Do Yeon's basically falling apart. And he's very empathetic because he's all weird about his dad, and now she's weird about her dad. And he reminds Seong to have some sympathy for her. And she's like, we don't have time for sympathy. Jail guy is dying.
That's fair.
I like how not empathetic she is to everybody.
Crazy.
Yeah, totally fair. This is interspersed with scenes of Do Yeon remembering jail guy talking about how he wants to see his daughter, and that's why he agreed to testify that one time before, they knew, or she knew that it was her dad. So she's like, oh, he's just a good guy who wanted to know who I am.
Yeah, of course.
So Hae-sung's arguing with Soo-ah that Do Yeon not doing the right thing is supporting her father. Basically that she's saying that what he did is right and that she's okay with it. And this seems to kind of hit home for Soo-ah too, since he's hiding his dad's involvement in everything.
Yeah, well, his clever tongue and his heart surgery or something, or saving children from government experimental programs.
I think it was clever tongue and not cunning tongue. You're right.
I like cunning tongue better. It sounds more mysterious.
Good times. So Soo-ah, having his crisis of conscience or whatever, also gets another letter in the mail. Gwon-woo approaches him and tells him about the letter he and Hae-sung received and shows him some photos of Joon Gook at a mailbox that they got from the CCTV. Because again, now he doesn't know how CCTVs work.
No, of course not.
Maybe he's doing it on purpose.
So maybe his aura is no longer preventing CCTVs from looking at him?
Maybe he's a ghost.
Yes, he's a ghost. He cut off his hand and he lost his ghostly powers.
Maybe he cut off his hand and died from blood loss.
And now he's a ghost that can be picked up by CCTVs where he couldn't when he was a human.
Yeah, because he had magic powers.
Oh, okay. Magic powers he lost as a ghost.
Yes.
So
why would you have your magic powers as a ghost?
I just assumed a ghost would be more magical than a human. What do I know?
Maybe it had more to do with physical being, and now he doesn't have a physical being.
Okay. No, move on.
Anyway, Soo-ah gets all annoyed that Gwon-woo is so great and asks him if he's trying to show him up. And then Gwon-woo decks him, which, I don't know, feels a little fair.
Yeah, 100% fair. This dude's a whiny little brat who won't shut up.
Yeah, he tells him to get a hold of himself, that Hae-sung chose him for some unfathomable reason, so prove that he deserves her and stop being a baby, which I'm on his side.
I'm on his side about every word in that sentence, including unfathomable.
That might have been my word, but yes. It was
Either way,
the gist
it applies.
Of the translation.
Apropos, okay.
So Do Yeon approaches Hae-sung and says she'll do the DNA test, but she has a condition. And I don't know what the condition is. We don't find out yet.
The condition is, I'm going to slap you again.
Maybe. This show really likes to, leave things hanging.
Yeah. Oh, no, duh.
So they do finally tell jail guy that they found his daughter. Which, yay! But also it's kind of weird because they have 0 DNA results yet, so they don't actually have proof. I would have maybe waited a day or two.
I mean, yeah, he's not going anywhere, right?
Well, he might die any minute.
I guess brain tumors are like that.
So he really wants to meet her, but the elder lawyer tells him that may not happen since it's complicated on her end, etc., which really bums him out.
Yeah, of course.
And then Soo-ah gets another letter, and they finally decide they're going to do some research on this heart surgery thing, the wife's death, and the reporter. And meanwhile, the test results come out, and to no one's surprise, Do Yeon's the daughter. That would have been pretty funny if she wasn't.
I would have really enjoyed it. Oh, you're wrong. Show's over. Everybody dies in prison. Soo-ah and Hae-sung break up over this, and then end of show.
That's real life.
Yeah, totally.
And this is where, so do we get the DNA results back? She's the daughter. And this is where I'm thinking, is she still on the case? Is she going to stay on the case?
That's a very good question.
Because she's evidence, so can she be on the case?
Be prosecutor and evidence at the same time. Your Honor, the defendant is guilty. But, on the other hand, I am his daughter, which proves him innocent. So I'm in a real pickle.
Yeah, what?
This is a real quandary for me, Your Honor. I'm going to need to contemplate this. Do you have a philosopher on hand?
We'll find out today on Book Retorts.
No part of this should have her on it.
This has never stopped any of them from being on a case they shouldn't be on.
Well,
literally every single
Danielle.
lawyer has been on a case they shouldn't be on.
This whole show is lawyers doing things they shouldn't do. This should be the name of the series. Forget I Can Hear Your Voices. I can't stop this lawyer from being terrible.
It's a terrible name. You're going to have to come up with something better.
How about it? Can't stop this lawyer.
Sure. So Hae-sung meets up with the judge guy again and tells him that the DNA results have come out and that she had every intention of taking him to court and ruining his life. But Do Yeon agreed only on the condition that he wasn't dragged into it, which is way more support than he deserves, man.
God, Do Yeon is a real fly in the ointment here.
I guess it's hard to turn in her father.
I don't know. He seems like a jerk.
Yeah, he is. Meanwhile, Gwanwoo is out there police working and has found the
Why?
surgeon.
He's a lawyer.
I don't, because this is what he does, because he's an ex-cop. And he wants to know who the reporter was, I guess, or whatever. So he's found, I don't know if it's a surgeon, a professor, someone who's involved with this heart surgery thing. But surprise, the guy died a while ago in a mysterious car accident. They assume drunk or drowsy driving about 11 years ago.
Wait a minute. How is it mysterious? There was a whole court case about this car crash.
It's not that court. It's not the same guy. It's just a guy.
I thought
it's a surgery professor who is also a surgeon.
I thought that was Sua's father.
No, this is like the guy that's mentioned in the article. Like we see a picture of a surgeon.
I thought it was going to be revealed this was Sua's father. It was like this, who was the heart surgeon. But that's crazy that he just died in another car accident around the same time, just unrelated.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming it may be related. We'll find out.
Okay.
But it's just like a mysterious car accident that it was around the same time everything else happened. And isn't that weird? And then
Danielle, oh my gosh, I have a hope, I have a wish. Can you be my wish granter? I wish that Joon Gook killed the wrong guy. He's like, this is the surgeon who killed my wife. I'm going to go beat him up. He's like, kills him in the car. Like, oh no, this was the wrong man. The other guy died in a car accident back there by his own. He did it himself.
He's just killing all of the heart surgeons until he finds the right one.
He just like got the license plate wrong or whatever. Saw the guy like, it looks right, and the right guy, and just like actually killed him.
And now he feels bad about it, so he's sending articles regarding this guy to them.
Look, Danielle, I can't explain the mind of Joon Gook. He's the guy who suggested to the farmer that he take in the amnesiac Sua as a roommate. His brain don't work good.
This actually what the story is about is the like de-evolution of Joon Gook's brain as he goes further and further into his psychosis, and that's what we're actually doing.
He can't deal with this terrible mistake, so he's constantly retreating and putting up these defense like, oh, I gotta stop Seong because she's the real evil one because he can't face his own failings.
That would be a great story. I do not know that this is that story.
That's why I said I hoped, I wished, Danielle.
That'd be really good. I hope that's true for you.
Okay, well, you can make it true. Just tell me it's true. I don't have to, it doesn't have to be true. Just make me believe.
Okay, well, I don't know if the next couple of sentences I'm going to say is going to throw you off on that or if it's going to, like, encourage you on that. We'll find out.
Uh-oh.
So Gwanwoo runs into Sua, who is at the hospital, university, whatever, I don't know where they are, looking into the exact same thing.
Hospitalversity, yes.
Yeah, the hospitalversity. They're comparing notes, and it turns out that the reporter of the story is Sua's father.
Oh, he's the reporter.
Yeah, which maybe I would have known if I knew anyone's names, but I'm guessing the surgeon died and now his father is somehow responsible for... I don't know. I don't know why the reporter is responsible for his death.
I got it. 100% got it. Danielle, I'm a genius. Solved it for the 5th time this episode. All right. Sua's father wrote this article about the other surgeon, right? Mm-hmm. And how he's a fraud. This caused him to drink heavily, go drunk driving, kill Joon Gook's wife. Joon Gook's like, who could have driven this noble surgeon to drink so much that he killed my wife? Why, none other than the reporter and his cursed tongue.
Yes, that's entirely possible.
Et cetera, et cetera. Or, and hear me out, Danielle.
That's all
Secret government psychic child program.
How does that play into... Oh, this is a cover. Is he so was Sua's father actually a reporter? Or is he reporting on the
Sua's
psychic children?
Father, yes, exactly right. So he broke the story for I took down this heart surgeon. What's my next big guy? I gotta get that Pulitzer or whatever the Korean equivalent is. And he's like, oh, these children with psychic abilities, I heard in rumors, let me investigate. Breaks the whole thing wide open.
And that ruins Joon Gook's life because...
No, it doesn't, because Joon Gook is the assassin sent by the government to stop him.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah,
what does that have to do with his wife? His wife wasn't really his wife?
No, it's a pretext.
Okay, cool.
The wife was another person who they killed because she was also trying to do something like a child program, and they just made the story to sort of 2 birds with 1 stone.
Got it. That all may be true. I still don't know.
Okay, yeah. I'm coming with so many great ideas. This is like a really fertile ground for me, this episode.
I know. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So Kwon-woo tells Soo-ah that Joon Gook told him that he started all this because nobody would listen to his side of the story.
So Stacy told me that, Brett told me that, Joon Gook told me that.
Yeah. And then a fun, I'm skipping, as I said, so many interactions between Soo-ah and Hae-sung. So let's just assume they're working on their relationship.
Really
they're having
you
ups
for
and downs.
doing that.
They're falling in love, whatever. I don't know. They're living their best lives with murders. And it's the morning of the trial. Cut ahead, because as we know, trials move swiftly in Korea.
So swiftly.
So
it's known as the country of swift trials.
Yes, Korea, country of swift trials. It appears that Do Yeon is indeed still one of the prosecutors because there's only 2 prosecutors in the entire country.
No, that cannot be true. I refuse to let that be true.
You're going to hate the next little bit.
I already do.
Hae-sung questions if Do Yeon can stand as a prosecutor, which, she has any room to talk. She was just in a court case where her mom was, part of it.
Yeah, oh boy. 2 wrongs don't make a right, Danielle.
Do Yeon is giving herself a pep talk in the bathroom mirror, and as I'm watching this, I'm like, lady, just excuse yourself. Go. You don't have to send your biological father to jail. You don't have to do it. Anybody could do it.
There's a word for this. It's specific. It's called recuse. Just recuse yourself and we're done.
I use it multiple times in my notes.
Just crazy.
Do it.
Extra Z's. It's that crazy.
Gosh, really bothered me more than usual.
Something got to Danielle about this series. Impressive.
It's just crazy. Why would you do that? Why would you want to be the person responsible to sending your father to jail? You don't have to. There's no reason she needs to be part of this court case.
She forced her into this case and no one would balk at her taking herself off of it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they have another prosecutor, so I'm sure they just pop another one in there and the other guy could take lead. The other guy is the lead prosecutor. She's second prosecutor. So dumb.
Yes, Danielle, it is.
Anyway, Do Yeon, like I said, is supposed to be the second prosecutor, but she's also doing a lot of the talking because she's the main character, so who cares about the other guy? And they describe the case, etc., to the jury, and they're basically arguing double jeopardy is what the case is about, of course.
That's not how it works?
That's what they're arguing, Sam.
So the defense is arguing double jeopardy or the prosecutor?
The defense is arguing double jeopardy, saying that they can't try for the same crime twice.
Oh, see, this is like that movie Double Jeopardy that got it wrong. That's how double jeopardy works.
Yes. I almost watched that this weekend after I wrote all these notes.
Yeah, why not? It's a fun movie. But
great movie.
But the actual double jeopardy would be they can't try him for the first murder of his wife twice. This is a new murder. They can try for the new murder anytime they want. That's
what
fine.
Prosecution's arguing. We will get into it, but that is basically what they're arguing.
Yeah, and the defense should know this basic fact of law and should be prepared and not arguing a terrible argument. They should be arguing
They kind of go into this. We do actually discuss this a little bit in the case.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself because I know these people are idiots.
I mean, I'm not saying you're not going to have points of contention with what they're saying, but that is the main argument.
Just points, Danielle. Just small, little
just
bits.
Tiny, little things.
Little suggestions. Otherwise you're perfect. Love it.
Apparently the prosecution's trying to argue that the DNA evidence shouldn't count because they haven't, quote unquote, secured the identity of the daughter. But that makes zero sense to me because she's allowed to be anonymous. I would imagine they did not fake a DNA test. It is a legitimate DNA test from a legitimate company.
Yeah.
And that's what defense argues is they're staying anonymous. That's an insane thing to ask to be wiped out of this court case.
But the person who is staying anonymous is Do Yeon, who's using that fact that she's staying anonymous to further her court case, which is an ethical morass, if you ask me.
There's a lot. I feel like you'd have to do, if this got found out that she was the person who did the DNA, they'd have to redo this entire court case. And it's a jury case. They'd have to redo the whole thing.
Redo the court case. They have a new case trying Do Yeon for crazy shenanigans. I don't know what I don't know what the legal definition of that is.
Sam, there are no repercussions for legal shenanigans. Otherwise, the judge would be going to jail, and he's not.
Okay. I forgot. Legal shenanigans are illegal in Korea. My mistake.
There's shenaniganery.
Totally cool.
subsection 3A 2B or something.
Ooh, like shenanigans. Okay. There's no rule that says a dog can't play basketball.
Exactly.
No one says a lawyer can't do shenanigans. Okay, great.
It's exactly Airbud. This is Airbud laws. I don't know what to tell you.
I hate it.
Okay. So prosecution's arguing it's not the same case because the location, means, and way of the crime are different, even if the person
time. It's a different attempted murder. If I rob a bank and I turn around and somehow I get off it, I can't go back to that bank and rob it again and be like, ha, you can't touch me. It's a different robbery.
100% somebody's done that, Sam, and tried to argue it's double jeopardy when it's not.
I mean, yeah, but they have, and it did not go well for them.
Yeah. And the argument's like, well, the person's the same. They're murdering a person who's supposedly already murdered, so how does this play out?
Because this person's definitely a person, whoever they are.
And defense argues that he basically stabbed a ghost, given that she was dead and all. And then prosecutors argue that they're separate cases and they should just ask for a retrial on the original if that's what they want. But he stabbed a woman, regardless of who the woman is. He stabbed a woman. She's on her deathbed. He deserves jail for that.
You know what I hate, Danielle? I hate that I agree with the prosecutors. Because they're...
It's so bad. You're like, oh, I don't want to, but it's kind of true.
I mean, strictly on the facts, they're not wrong. But also, the way they're going about this is so shady that they don't deserve any, benefit of the doubt. Why?
This is why people would put us on a jury, Sam, because we're like, well, technically.
Strictly according to the law, they're right. They should vacate the first conviction, and then you have a new trial on this. Again, a separate crime. They're not the same crime.
Yeah.
But also, the shenaniganery is off the charts.
Defense is saying they would go for a retrial, but the dude is about to die in jail, and that process is much longer, so how is that fair to the guy? He's already served 26 years for this exact order.
At least I'm on, again, if they vacate his first conviction, they don't have to put him on trial again.
So I think the main thing they're arguing, I'll get into this more, but the main thing they're arguing is that he's already served his time, obviously. Yeah. And so the reason why they're having a jury case instead of just the judge case, like they can have, is because they're hoping the jury's going to lean non-legally, essentially. They're going to lean
Okay, I have a solution. Let's all do this. Let's say vacate the first trial. Fine. He's off scot-free. Apologies, et cetera, et cetera. Convict him for the second attempted murder, but sentence him to time served. Boom. Everyone's happy.
You'd think, but here we are.
Okay, great.
I don't know how it works in Korea, Sam. All of my confusion...
I don't know how it works anywhere. I'm not a lawyer. I just made that up. Who knows if that even makes sense?
All of my confusion is mostly because I'm like, it could be real. I don't know how Korean law works.
I don't know how American law works, Danielle. I'm an idiot. I just came up with a bunch of buzzwords. I hope that made sense.
Sounded legitimate. I was willing to believe you.
Great. Perfect.
So Do Yeon goes up to question the witness, but jail guy asks if he can speak. So she's questioning jail guy. And they allow him a moment, and he says he just wants to thank his mystery daughter for doing the DNA test, and he hopes she's living happily. He just wanted to be on record before they continue. And this obviously makes it really hard for Do Yeon to continue her questions. She's having a very hard time getting through them.
Maybe she shouldn't be on the case, eh?
You think? And she's second prosecutor. Why is she even questioning the main? You think the main guy would be doing all this?
The lead should do it, yeah.
Yeah. So she gives up very quickly, saying she has no further questions. And then the other lawyer doesn't jump in for reasons beyond my comprehension. I don't know why.
Maybe he's checked out. He's just there for the paycheck. He does not care.
No, he asks her because she asks a question, and then the defense team is irrelevant or leading the witness or whatever they say. And then she goes back to the table, and he's like, why aren't you asking all the rest of your questions? She's like, they're just going to argue with all the rest of them. And he's like, oh, okay. It's like,
what? That's what they do. You ask them anyway, and you make your point. These guys are terrible lawyers.
It's so funny. I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah, good word.
So defense argues that basically this wasn't attempted murder. It was a moment of impulse that he...
So that's still attempted murder, but maybe in the third degree.
Yeah, that he wasn't trying to, like, he didn't go out of his way to murder her. It was just, like, something that happened because of the situation.
It's still murder. Even just, like, a murder of passion.
Yes. And...
You think they'll always be more prepared with their arguments rather than just, like, making them up on the spot?
This kind of goes on for a while. I'm summing up.
Okay.
And then they take a break. I think they're going to come back and do final...
Jeopardy.
Yes, final Jeopardy. Yes.
The category is Daughters of Wrongfully Convicted Men.
It is lawyer shenanigans. So Soo-ah is in the audience. He originally wasn't going to come because Hae-sung did a whole speech about how she needed to be able to stand on her own, but he came anyway, and now she's going to use him because that stood for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, like, fall on your crutch, Hae-sung, why not?
She asks him how it's going, and he says that it appears that jail guy actually does know that Do Yeon is his daughter. And
How?
she's like, what? So we get a flashback to Do Yeon visiting her father. We love flashbacks. Visiting her father in jail and telling him that if he wants an apology from her judge father, that's not ever going to happen. But she's sorry, and she apologizes on his behalf. That he probably regrets his actions, but he's never going to say that. So she wanted to say it for him. And
no, he doesn't. He doesn't regret his actions because he's terrible.
Yeah, we'll actually get into him a little bit. I don't think he overly regrets it. So her actions and demeanor make him wonder if something's up, and he kind of gets suspicious, and he asks her how old she is. And when the age matches, he asks if she's his daughter. She denies it, but he obviously doesn't believe her.
Uh-huh.
So Do Yeon has a minor/major breakdown in the bathroom, and Hae-sung comes in. The best place
to break down.
Yeah, like not even in a stall. She's just like by the sinks crying. And Hae-sung comes in and she's like, what's going on? Which, come on, Hae-sung, what do you think is going on?
Is she an alien?
She's so weird.
Is her empathy part of her brain busted or what? Did you get like burned out by Soo-ah constantly reading her mind and like frying it?
I don't know. It's so weird. Like, obviously she's having a hard time, Hae-sung.
Now, to be fair to Hae-sung, Do Yeon did this to herself. She could have just not taken the case.
Yeah, Hae-sung did check in with her and was like, are you sure you want to do this? So, she did her due diligence.
Yeah.
Do Yeon starts to beg her to save her father, which we assume means the jail guy and not her actual dad. Her
You could just reveal to the court that you're her daughter and say it's a mistrial and, like, it's all your fault.
He doesn't even have to do that. She could just say, I don't feel well. I need to go home. I can't continue this case. She could just bow out gracefully. Nobody would ever know.
I was thinking more, if she wanted to guarantee that the prosecution lost the case, she could torpedo it pretty easily.
That's true. She could. Maybe she doesn't want to lose her job. I don't know. So they discuss how in a normal situation, he would definitely be going to jail, but that's why they had applied for the jury trial in the hopes that the judge would rule with the jury, so they could get the jury on their side, even though it's not technically like the legal side.
I forgot the judge could overrule the jury in these, right?
Yes, he can.
Why?
Which I Googled this because I was like, can that happen in trials in the United States? And it's very rare. And there has to be some kind of like legal reason usually why that doesn't fall in line with, what it...
If the jury, like if the sequestration was broken or something, like the jury had did something wrong, I imagine the judge could call a mistrial, but I don't think they can just say, no, you said innocent, I'm going to say guilty.
Yeah, that's what it seems like they apparently can do in Korea.
Now, did you search that up and see if that was true in Korea or just here?
No, I just totally know. Why would I want to know what could actually happen in Korea?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you can answer more questions, Danielle.
It's way more fun to not know how the Korean justice system works.
Well, I don't know what I expected. I'm sorry.
Why would I do that?
My mistake.
Anyway, Hae-sung promises to do her best for the court case to go against the prosecution. And then the elder lawyer who comes up during all of this and kind of realizes that they're having this talk says that she can still excuse herself. And she's like, nah, I'm going to see this through to the end. Again,
Crazy.
Why? You don't have to, Do Yeon.
I have no sympathy for Do Yeon, I'll be honest.
What are you doing? So they're back for their closing arguments. Prosecution basically goes with the do a retrial. He's guilty of the crime regardless, et cetera, which we kind of all agreed on.
Yeah.
And then Hae-sung, of course, looks out at Soo-ah before doing her closing and asks him mentally how many people on the jury are on her side. And he says 4 people. And there are 10 people on their jury, so they have to convince 6 other people.
On her side. Got it.
Yeah, so there's 10 total jury members. She's only got 4 that agree with her. She has to convince 6 to be on her side. Because what they're trying to do is have everybody on her side, because if everybody's on her side, it's going to be harder for the judge to rule against them. Crazy
system.
Yeah, it just would go against popular opinion, essentially. They could rule against them.
Turning trials into popularity contests, what could go wrong?
So she goes very heavy on her speech. She's like, 26 long years he spent in jail when he could have been living his best life, and now he's on death's door.
I'm just a simple Korean lawyer, and my client been in prison for near 26 years.
Yes.
And her daughter out there somewhere pining for her lost daddy.
That is exactly what she says in that exact voice, but with Korean.
Okay, good. I imagine that's every lawyer sounds like that to me, Danielle.
You watched one too many John Grisham movies.
No, I watched Inherit the Wind.
All right, so she continues on. It's her impassioned speech about like how he deserves his best life, etc. She keeps looking at Soo-ah to keep a running total of who she's swaying to her side. And the prosecutor is like, hey, she's over her allotted time. And the elder lawyer, who was the same guy who was his lawyer originally 26 years ago, stands up and is like, 26 years he's waited for this moment. Give him a little more time.
Now, I'm just a simple lawyer. I don't know how them fancy clocks work with all them hands and the time numbers, but I'm going to tell you, I got more to say.
And nobody questions this or re-objects, which, okay.
Crazy.
So her ending statement in her lovely Korean Southern accent is basically that she hopes the jury will stand with how the law should be rather than how it may actually be, and that he deserves justice, etc.
Now, I may not be a lawyer, but I think you should vote with your heart and not with the law, because what we're here in this court will determine is not what the law says, but what I say the law should be.
I know you took an agreement as you got sworn in, but it'll be fine. Just, go with your heart.
So I lost the accent there because I was getting really upset with what I was saying.
And nobody questions her looking out repeatedly into the audience, pausing, and like some kid in the audience just repeatedly holding up random numbers on his fingers, which I feel like everybody can see.
Crazy. Nonsense. Hey, she's like, how many times do I have to breathe? I guess breathe.
So meanwhile, the camera pans in on the stabbed lady in the hospital, and her fingers start to move.
So they're convicting him for murder, or trying him for murder, and she's not even dead yet.
Like attempted murder, essentially.
Yeah, but she could still die. There'd be actual murder. They should wait.
Yes, but they have a resolution. Do that. They say that during the court case because they're like, "What if she dies?" And they're like, "Objection, she's alive."
Okay.
Why are they having the court case so early? It's a question.
The super fast court cases, make everything else nonsense.
Times. Remember once her face had got pushed out of the window? Was like half dead.
Yeah, the wannabe idol. Yeah, I can remember. I remember. I wish I didn't, but I do.
Why didn't they wait for her? Who knows?
Why didn't they wait for Soo-ah to regain his speech before convicting Joon Gook?
Yeah, okay. There's many reasons why they can't do all that, Sam.
Sure. I bet there are.
We cut forward. Apparently the jury has stated innocent. We don't get to see that part, which is we're told.
So we skipped the whole, foreman presenting nonsense.
Well, that's because it's because we're getting into a whole argument here. This is why. So we found out that
but I want to see the whole moment of the trial. You build to the climax. You don't give us the... Oh, come on.
That's because there's more to... Let me get to my point.
No, don't care. It's wrong.
So the jury has gone with innocent, but the judges want a guilty verdict. So that's where we are. It doesn't matter what the jury said.
What a dumb system. I'm not saying our system's great, but that's no better.
Well, technically, the judges are not incorrect. They're like, legally, it is guilty.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing is the judges are sitting in with the jurors, and the jurors are full on arguing with the judges, together in a room.
What?
They're in a fight.
So, the judges... Okay. the judges have the power to overrule the jury, so the jury is essentially a superfluous advisory board at best. But rather than exercising the power, what they clearly want to do, they have to engage in a spirited debate to convince the advisory board jury that they're right in order to rule in the way they know. What is anything, Danielle? What is going on?
I don't know.
I'm so tired. Can we just let me go to bed now and I'll just pretend like this never happened?
It's almost done. You're so close, Sam, to this end of this.
But I'm so angry. I'm so
I really
angry,
liked the scene. I was really excited to tell you about the scene.
I bet you were.
Yeah, really good. Really good scene. So
Cruel,
anyway,
cruel.
Cut to the judges having a meeting now with the lawyers. And
Why?
they find... I don't know, Sam. I don't know.
Who's in charge here?
They find out that the wife is awake, and the only prosecutor that's standing, like the only person that's standing in the way of doing a innocent vote
Is the daughter?
Is the first prosecutor, like the guy who's like, no,
the
legally,
lead prosecutor.
The lead prosecutor. He's like, hey, he's guilty, and everybody else.
The hero we need, the one who's following the law.
And the judges are basically afraid of the drama of going against a unanimous jury on record, and like it'll just be chaos with news and everything.
Who cares about the juries? Why even have? I don't understand this system at all.
I don't know. Don't tell you.
This is anyway. Not good with it.
They asked Do Yeon her opinion, and she asks what would happen if they withdrew the indictment instead of going through whether he was guilty or not. And the judges are gung-ho since it basically absolves them of any responsibility. And Do Yeon says
Love that.
Do Yeon says she'll take the fall for it, essentially, because the other prosecutor's like, I'm not gonna take the fall for that. That is on you.
Valid.
So I guess she has some kind of ability to do that, so she pulls the indictment. And then we get into the courtroom. The judge repeats everything about the case and then announces that given the people's verdict and the 26 years served and the attack that was without intent to murder, the prosecution is dropping its case. And everyone's thrilled except the lead prosecutor, obviously.
Yeah, this all seems like a miscarriage of justice in many ways. I'm not saying I want to see jail guy back in jail, but like this is like Calvin Ball rules of courtrooms.
What made you think this was going to be any different than any of the other cases that we've seen?
The other cases were dumb, but they didn't this is the one that's the most inconsistent in its approach to the law and how everything works.
That's fair. So a jail guy is doing an excellent crying scene. They all just sit there for a really long time, which would be weird in real life. The camera's clearly just the camera's like panning and they're just sitting there like, oh, we've finished this really important case. And I was like, this is going on a really long time.
Important? I mean, I get that he is remarkable, but it doesn't change anything about Korea or the justice system. It's not like this is like a super important civil rights case or something.
No, but it was important to the people there, like the elder lawyer who's been friends with this guy for 26 years.
That's
and,
true.
I don't know. It's just and it affected Do Yeon, and it just affected all of the people personally.
Okay. Got it. All right.
But they do sit there for a very long time. So after court, Do Yeon and her are now alone in the courtroom, and Do Yeon tells Hae-sung that she's sorry for not believing her 11 years ago about her eye. And she doesn't want to be like her father and never admit that she was wrong about things. And so she just wanted to apologize.
Wait, Do Yeon knew she didn't shoot her with the bottle rocket.
Yeah, but she went hardcore into it because she's the one that insisted.
It's not about her not believing her. It's about her falsely accusing her. They're very different.
Well, that's basically what she's apologizing for. She's like, I'm sorry for the outcome on all of that.
All right.
Elder lawyer and no more jail guy have a nice debrief where he confirms that Do Yeon is his daughter. And elder lawyer asks him if he hates the judge. And he's like, yeah, I did. I wanted to kill him, but I'm going to go ahead and forgive him because I don't want my last moments on earth to be hating someone.
Fair.
And
how healthy. And then he dies.
Pretty much. Sua and Hae-sung over here, and Hae-sung is reminded of her mother's last words on the phone, telling her not to spend her life hating someone, and she reevaluates some of her life choices.
Oh, finally.
So Do Yeon makes it home. She's hugging her mom because she's all upset about everything, as you would be. And her mom's like, what's wrong? And Do Yeon finally spills the whole story. I assume her mom knows that she's not her biological daughter, unless
I would hope, like, how did I give birth to this child without being pregnant?
But I don't think she knows the story. I think she probably just assumed it was like a legitimate adoption through an agency or whatever.
Well, also, like, imagine that poor woman, like, judge comes home one day, hey, honey, I brought you a baby.
Yeah, I assume it probably went slightly different than that, but...
I don't think so.
Might be that. Who knows? She was probably so happy to have a kid that she didn't question it. It is very patriarchal
Okay, yeah, that's
society.
how it goes. Sure.
So the mom goes full mama bear, which props to her. She makes a meal only for her husband and then tells him they're leaving to her parents because she didn't realize how cruel a person he could be, and she can't look him in the face anymore.
Yeah. Tell him. You tell him.
Yeah, they leave. He continues eating his meal, and he says out loud, I don't know, to the audience, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Wild take. Though he does kind of seem like he's trying to convince himself, but he's like really angry about it.
Dude has issues.
I know. Do Yeon ends up visiting her bio dad in the hospital, and they have a tearful reunion, and she promises to visit him regularly. And meanwhile, in case you were wondering what Joon Gook is up to...
No, not really. Done with that fool. I know what he's doing. He's in his alley desk doing paperwork like a business boy.
And or he seems to be scouring possibly a hardware store. It was very packed full of things, but I think it was a hardware store. And he's throwing all your standard serial killer tools into a basket. You know, rope, a giant wrench. He's looking menacingly at the shelves. I was waiting for him to grab duct tape. He did not. I watched it twice.
Oh, well, then he's an amateur, clearly.
And then Gwanwoo finds 2 more letters from Joon Gook, but to his surprise, they list another reporter, unhighlighted. And one story is about a man who goes on a destructive rampage in a hospital, and the other is about an elderly woman dying of dementia. And that's all I'm going to tell you. That's the end of the episode. What does it mean? Who knows?
I mean, I don't care about that part. I'm just really upset that this legal system exists, even in fiction.
You're welcome.
Oh, well, Danielle, you've done it again. You've crushed my soul. Thank you.
On the plus side, I'm pretty sure the last 2 episodes have to be pretty Joon Gook murder heavy and not Joon Gook in trial heavy. So,
I mean, I do love a good serial killer prep montage.
I think we're getting to the point. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fluff of them trying to, like, fall in love or whatever. Not Joon Gook.
Who cares about the love? Let's talk about the horrible people and all. Well, they all are.
They all are. Maybe she ditches Suwon and goes to Gwanwoo.
Name one redeemable character in this show.
I think Gwanwoo is probably the elder lawyer is possibly the best character.
That's fair. He's probably the one person I like. And Gwanwoo's not bad either. You're right about him. Sorry.
Yeah, he's done 1 or 2 stupid things, but he's like apologized for them and tried to become a better person with them.
I should apologize. I forgot about our favorite people, the basketball hooligans, who are beyond reproach.
That's true. They have done nothing wrong.
My perfect little angels just trying to protect the world.
I mean, shouldn't mess with their basketball.
That's right. That's just good advice for everyone. All right. Well, if you out there want to write it and tell us about how your Double Jeopardy experience went, you can do so at bookretorts.com.
You can also blue sky us at bookretorts.
And if you want to support our endeavor to reunite wayward fathers with their stolen daughters from their murder but not murdered wives,
it's like the weirdest detective agency in the world.
We serve a very specific demographic, Danielle, but they need us.
If you're one of the 3 people,
we can help you. Probably not, but we can try.
We can pretend to help you.
You can support that endeavor at patreon.com/bookretorts. All right. Well, just thank you, Danielle, for contributions. I love that.
Patreon.
Really helping me out here, Danielle.
I don't know what else to say about that. I don't know how I was trying to think of how we were going to help wayward lost children of murdered wives.
But not murdered. But not murdered.
Murdered, but
point. Not actually murdered. Yeah, not actually murdered. Very specific demographic, Danielle.
If you were in a Double Jeopardy situation, that's not Double Jeopardy.
Oh, I love those. Or was. We want to hear about the crime you got away with.
Sam will turn you into the police if there's a reward.
You're damn right. But hey, you survived the Double Jeopardy already. You can't be prosecuted.
That's not how that works.
Shh. They don't know that Danielle and I want the money.
Stitches get stitches.
Anyway, until next time, maybe don't prosecute your father if you don't have to. I'm just putting it out there.
Choices were made.
Yeah. All right. Well, until then, bye.
Take care, everyone.
I hated that episode.
You hate all of those. This is like how I felt all of Hyperion.
I want to say this is worse because this show feels like it cares less about itself.
That's fair.
It's like Hyperion took itself very seriously, which made it much funnier. This show is like,
I don't know. It's taking itself pretty seriously, Sam.
Oh, sorry. It does take itself seriously. It takes the law and like the thing it takes seriously is getting the characters into the crease situations. The thing it does take seriously is literally everything else, like the law, logic, how humans work, physics, probably.
That's why I brought it to Book Retorts. What do you want from me?
Danielle, it's a perfect selection. You've done an amazing job. I'm still going to complain about it. That's what we do. It's infuriating. I hate every moment of it. It's great. Let's go. I can't wait for the ending.
So close. One more Book Retorts episode. 2 more.
3 or 4 more episodes. 7 more. 8 more. Who knows?
No, 1 more episodes of Book Retorts. We'll be done.